Actually, why are we even going through the intro? Hi! Hi, hello everyone, hi. Let me just copy the link onto Discord, and the animation is practically done, actually. Yeah, this is not the next day. Today is day 593.5. That's the live stream day today. It's because this is the second day, it's the second live stream we're doing today. Yeah, the animation, as you can actually see, is really close to being done. At this point, each frame is taking... Because, yeah, the way we set up this animation is, in case you don't remember, which, I mean, makes sense, extremely technical and boring. It's really boring. But basically, in order to achieve this nice blaring out effect, with each frame, we're lowering the samples and lowering the bouncing in the volume, which means that each frame will take less time to render. So right now we're at 538, we're at 250 samples, and 0 actually bounces in the volume. So these samples will gradually go down, more down and down, and at this point it takes a minute to render a single frame, which, to be fair, for this kind of frame, that's still a lot, but considering how we started with 30 minutes a frame, that's an improvement, a pretty significant one. Hi the Vivu, hi the J3, hi, welcome everyone, how are you all doing? Welcome to part 2 of this live stream. Music, right. Music would be cool, wouldn't it? Let's play some. J3, there was absolutely no need to make it gross. But you know what? It's a free world. Do what you do. Do what you do. Do what you want to. Don't let the shackles of society strip you from the power to do whatever you want. We are fine. I'm glad to hear. Wait, why we? Why collectively? That's... I mean, I'm glad to hear that you're fine. It's just that it's... Not gonna lie, it kind of spooked me. It's shocking to just hear as a we. It's a collective answer. For some reason that really spooked me. Anyhow, let me get another sip of coffee. Oh, delicious. Yeah, I ate, I showered, I rested, I walked, I drank coffee, but that's just now. And now, because of that, we can hopefully we'll have a long and fun live stream ahead of us. It's gonna be so fun. At this point, okay, we are starting, to be fair, yes, we are starting with a paint drying simulator, which is just, you know, the Blender render. But as I mentioned, each frame should be, so right now we're at minute 39. This frame, however, will take also minute 39. Okay, so this time it didn't go down. Whoops. But it should be going down. Each frame should be easier and get progressively easier to render. Which means, actually no, yeah, let's start for something a bit more interesting. Let's start for something different than the paint drying simulator. Watching paint dry. Let's do like a 2 or 3 games of chess just to get the blood flowing, you know. Dr. Zaddy Champ Daddy, what a name. You know what, sir? Good for you. That's my good for you. Ah, that would have been swell. I'm all for this. Ooh, never mind, I spooked ya. Good. Consider yourself spooked. Oh, that's curious, because now I can castle. I'm pretty fine with this development, actually. You know what? All things considered, I'm pretty fine with this development. Especially since right now what we can do is we can do this, I think. Oh, I'm pretty stuck. I mean, yeah, we should keep our pieces on white squares. That's because... Oh, you suck. No, I mean, this works pretty well, in fact. We should keep our pawns on white squares because we don't have a white bishop, so might as well. Now we'll move this queen up, simply to align with the bishop, just in case in the future something comes up. They're trying to castle, which means we should probably... It would probably be good for us to just go forward. This knight's kind of in the way. Oh! Ha! How convenient. Wow, that was neat. That was nice. Yeah, cool. We achieved exactly what we wanted. Isn't that swell? What we wanted is basically wanted to blow this up, because right now... Yeah, wanted to blow this up because right now they can't castle this way. I mean, of course, there is no rook, of course. We can also do this, charge the queen. Ah, this is great. This is just fantastic. Not the worst move, I think. I hope. Well, I don't hope. Alright, this one's going to make it. Just using points 593.5 day. Yes, the reason why I started using them is because this is not the 500. Ah, fudge. Could have been so sweet. This knight is annoying me. Jeez. Gee-whiz. The reason why I started using points is because... Oh! No, I lost this. Damn it. I wasn't paying attention. The reason why I started using points is simply because we've already streamed today. This is the second live stream. Wasn't a great move, was it? Day number 0.33. Maybe I'll do 3 one day, I don't know. Actually, no, the way we normally do, because I don't really know how many streams I'm gonna make in a day. I can't just make that sort of guesstimate this easily. Oh, I have a pretty risky and really dumb idea. Let's do it. Oh, it's such a dumb idea. I'm sacrificing a bishop? No, this is a bad idea, make it. Make it, this is gonna blow up in your face. Oh, okay. Hear me out. It already blown up in my face. Okay, good. I'll move right here and then move back. Of course, what I'm trying to achieve is just screw them a bit. Okay. Count me in. This... I could have just taken it. Why am I such an idiot? That's cool. Well, I mean, this works, I suppose. No, I can't move the corners. Don't be silly. To make it so I think I won't be able to watch streams regularly. It's fine. I stream more than once a day at this point, so it's fine. I mean, I don't like the idea of spooking the queen. It's gonna give me nothing. Instead, how about we... Oh, I'm stuck. Ah, damn it. Can't really blame anyone else more than myself for this position. Yeah, just lock that. Yeah, just absolutely. Oh, damn it. Ah, I did this to myself. It's on me. Yeah. I've locked myself in the box. Yeah. I was about to surrender. But yeah, I do stream quite literally more than once a day at this point, so... Also listen, top left corner, 0.5. And now, as you can see, we're down to a minute per frame. Which, you know, a couple minutes ago it was a minute and a half per frame. And we'll just keep going quick. Listen, I know it's might not be the most exciting thing you've ever seen, but... It's good, because it means that the animations will take 7 hours to render a single animation. Finally. Okay, also we made this last time. That's what we rendered. The more energy you have, the more things you can change, the more energy to change stuff. The more energy you have, let's move it back actually. To change stuff. The more energy you have, the more actually right here I would like to recut this and just from a halfway point, or from point a little bit under the halfway, just render it again, except with the E being higher. Because then, yeah, that'll probably... The effect I'm kind of trying to achieve here is... 27. The effect I'm kind of trying to achieve here is... Whenever I mention anything, I want it to light up. So when I mention energy, I want energy to light up. When I mention the amount, I want the mass to light up. When I mention distance light up, and so on and so forth. 16. Yeah, now I'm gonna slow down the initial render, because we will be rendering a second thing on top of the first thing, which we're already rendering. Hi there, Remco. Hi, welcome. How's your day going? How you doing? You doing good? Okay, there we go. Yeah, now it's gonna take a much longer time to run the single flame, but it's fine because it's going down. What's the video about? I haven't made streams lately. This video is about how in science we can't really be sure of anything, but at the same time, even though we can't be sure of anything, we should still do science because it's good. It gives us tools to discover new things. And the difference is basically about the difference between models and applications. I'm studying physics right now. Oh, that's cool. What part? What part of physics? I don't know what field, what genre, what flavor. Quantum mechanics, engineering, electricity, classical mechanics, relativity, astromechanics. Another paint drying live stream. Watching paint dry. Watching a render just slowly tick by. The difference is very subtle. There is none. I have also additional animations which I should make today. It's not for my video exactly. Just taking a sip of coffee. Ah, my stomach. Oh, don't worry, nothing coffee can't help. I hope. Am I having a stroke? What's happening? All of a sudden, my stomach just. Oh, I just got a massive stomach ache. My mind went blank and I couldn't breathe for a second. Yeah, it seems normal. You know how it is. Diarrhea. I don't think diarrhea makes you just chokes you to death. Well, not to death, to life. I'm still alive. Look at the positives. Anyhow, oh, we can not render, record the rest of the video. That would be useful. That would certainly be useful. I don't think you're alive. I can't really find you there, honestly. I don't know, how am I supposed to know myself? What if I'm kind of playing the video? GR. Wait, GR as in general relativity? Oh, if it's general relativity, that's sick. I love general relativity. I don't know much about general relativity. I just really like the. I kind of only dipped my toes into general relativity, so I don't know much. But I gotta say, from what I've seen, I really like general relativity. It's something that I mention quite often whenever I talk about physics. Is that the Nobel Prize that Einstein got should be like split into two. One half should go to Einstein and the other half should go to his dealer. Because honestly, what Einstein must have been smoking to just come up with the idea, it's incredible. Trent Kroll, hold on. He has a YouTube channel? Oh, hell yeah. Having your YouTube channel linked on Wikipedia, that's what I aspire to be. Quantum mechanics. I mean, just to be like, hey, what if... The generalization. I am a sucker for generalizations. And general relativity is the most general thing out there in general. Not only in terms of physics. I have never, and I mean never, seen anything in any field more general than general relativity. It's incredible. General relativity is basically asking a question of, hey, what if we, like... What if... Well, it's in the name, right? What if everything is relative? What if we don't actually have, like, a concrete anchor to base everything on? No, what if everything is relative. It's incredible. It's just the most beautiful theory I've ever seen. One of my friends hates generativity. I don't know why. He used to like it, and there's a thing. Who just died? If your friend, I'm sorry. String theory of gravity will be even more general if only it worked. I actually don't know anything about string theory. Oh, funny enough, in this video there will be a huge segment about gravity, and I completely omitted gravity from the string theory perspective. I only talk about the classical mechanical, quantum mechanical, and relative gravity. Or relativity is gravity, rather. It's the only three kinds I talked about in this video. So, what's the video about? Oh, as I mentioned, it's about the basically the difference between models in science and the actual state of the universe. I don't know. Complex math. I'm really glad you liked that video, because it was pretty good. And I feel like I did miss out on a couple of things. There were so many people in the comments who just kept mentioning how 1 divided by 0 is undefined. I know. That's why I was specific in the middle, and I mentioned the actual equation of the limit from the positive side, how it tends to infinity. It's fine, I'm fine. I'm just an old man yelling at the cloud, okay? It's fine. It's whatever. But the point is, this video is about how, like, is defined if you're a physicist. No, I mean, most of the time we can say in physics that 1 divided by 0 is infinity, because in physics most of the time when talking about 1 divided by 0, you're talking about it from the positive side. So for example, what would be division, something inversely proportional. Okay, energy. So what would be an energy of something? Oh wait, no. How do I swap it around? The problem is that the times squared doesn't really make... Okay, hold on, let me think of a different equation. Some sort of equation with... Force of gravity, whatever. Force of gravity. Force of gravity is inversely proportional, right, to... paint. My tool of choice for just runs. So force of gravity, I don't remember, whatever. This, at the top, did you have like... something... We don't care about the top. The point is, it's inversely proportional to the distance between two objects. So if you have object A and object B, the smaller the distance, the stronger the force of gravity. Of course, this is from classical mechanics, so it's not exactly relativity, but yeah, classical mechanics, force of gravity, inversely proportional to this distance. Now, in this case, we can very much say that if these two objects were well, can't really, but that was the point of the breaking physics using math video. But the point is, if they overlap, right, then the energy will be infinite. And the reason why we can say infinite, we don't have to say undefined, is because this distance is going from the positive side to 0. So if we imagine a graph like this, represent that's x divided by 0, or 1 divided by x, then we can see that at 0 it is undefined, right? We have negative infinity and positive infinity at the same time. But in this case, we can say this would be infinity because we're approaching it from the positive side. And from the positive side, as we go on to 0, it's approaching positive infinity. That's why I mentioned in the middle of I'm sorry, it's just... I got so many comments under that video. So many comments. Just... It's... I am scarred for life. It was a traumatic event for me. 150 divided by because I don't think it is. It is undefined unless you take a limit. It was correct. I mean, I know it was correct. Well, I know it was correct, but still. Breaking physics. Oh, that video has 70,000 views. That's a lot. I think in the... Oh, where's the chat? I mean, the comments. There we go. this moment right here, infinite, the equation on the left is x, as x is approaching 0 from the positive side, then this is equal to infinity, which is a correct equation. No matter how technically accurate you want to be, this is a correct equation. From a mathematical point of view, there's nothing wrong with this. The problem is that on the very beginning, I've omitted this equation because I didn't want to just dump all this math on the very beginning of the video, so I just said kind of infinity. And oh my goodness, can I search comments? There was like a way to search comments on the video. I don't remember how. But there was a lot of comments. A lot. Very technically, you are treating infinity as a number here, so you have to use instead of equal. I suppose, yeah. So it might as well be correct. I mean, in math, I have also seen people equal to infinity. And at the end of the day, it's just notation. It's not like it's a, I don't know, an objective truth of the universe passed down from the celestial beings that created the universe. No, we made it up. We humans made it up. We made up the notation. Imagine one if it becomes 2, then it becomes 3. 0 is infinitely small and so on is infinity. Otherwise, there's debate on this. G3, the problem is that it can either be infinity if you go from the positive side, like this, or it can be negative infinity. You're saying my alien math ancestors are fake? No, they are definitely real. Listen, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Of course, alien math ancestors are real. I'm not crazy. But yeah, J3, the point is, it is undefined because there is no point here which you could place which makes sense. Also, another argument is that if, like, my favorite way of explaining why 1 divided by 0 is undefined is because let's imagine you have a number x, right? X divided by 0 is equal to, let's just say, c, right? Or even better, 1 divided by 0, to be exact, is equal to c. Then if you multiply this by 0... Wait, am I doing this correctly? Yeah, if you multiply both sides by 0, you get 1 divided by 0 times 0 is equal to c times 0, in which case you get 1 divided by 0 times 0, you just cancel out the zeros, you get 1, which is equal to 0, because c times 0 is 0, which... Well, that's the problem number 1. Yeah, believe it or not, this is the problem number 1. There is more problems. And problem number 2 is that if you do the exact same thing, except with an x, so x divided by 0 is equal to c, then if you once again multiply both sides by 0, then what you're basically saying is x... Actually, do you even have to multiply both sides by 0? What is 0 divided by 0? Well, that's the problem. You can't cancel out the zeros. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, the reason why you can't cancel out the zeros is because of the whole undefined business. Anything times 0 is 0. Yeah, but at the same time, anything divided by 0 is either positive or negative infinity, depending on which way you're going. So. Hi there, Caleb. Oh, come on, as if this is the weirdest thing you've ever joined onto. This is a make it live stream. Listen, sometimes people join in to me just looking up crime statistics for different continents and debating whether gun control makes sense or not. As if a little bit of math is weird for these standards. Yummy. Damn, coffee is an amazing thing. Can you believe that there was a time where people lived without modern technology? I can't believe it either. I actually don't believe that was the thing. I think we've always had this technology. What are you rendering? Well, I'm rendering 2 different animations for the very video that, well, I'm working on right now. And I just can't escape the topic of energy, can I? Really? Every single video, it feels like I'm re-explaining energy. This one... this one took a little bit to render, like, give or take, couple hours, couple teen hours. And right here, this is what the animation looks like, the one we're rendering right now.
Interactions.
This.
So 4 fundamental interactions telling matter how to behave.
We're basically zooming in on this crystal ball. That's the animation.
Now, how do these interactions happen? Well, if you...
I know how familiar you are with 4 fundamental interactions. My neighbor's got a dog. I'm gonna... My neighbor's got a dog recently, and well, recently it's been months actually. At this point, I'm just gotten used to it. At this point, it's fine. Accent. I know what you're talking about. I just no accent. I tend to get Scottish when I, or British when I get angry. Doesn't matter. The point is, the Irish. One of them is still the island countries. Are you familiar with 4 fundamental interactions, Remco? Are you familiar with them? Broad general idea. Yeah, okay, sweet. So, based on this animation, can you guess which is which? I'm master in physics, so I know quite a bit. Oh, perfect. Based on these 4 balls, can you tell me which is meant to represent which? Because I want to know how good of a job I did.
Interactions. So 4 fundamental interactions telling matter how to behave. Now,
Telling matter how to behave is...
well, if you think
I should
about
have an asterisk there.
interactions. So 4 fundamental interactions telling matter how to behave.
I
Now,
spent
how do these
a
interactions
surprising amount of time on this. Like a shameful amount of time on making them different. Just so like an actual shameful amount of time just to make sure that they're all different and they all best represent their own interaction. Hold on, let me just play it again. I feel like I wasted a solid hour just changing up the shaders. I have no clue what you're going for. Really? Damn it! I really thought I had something there. I can explain why I picked each one, by the way. Red is thermodynamic. my favorite fundamental interaction. Go explain. Okay. I really spent... That was a bad idea to spend this much time with this. This is gravity, because you can see that the animation, like the clouds are actually going in. This is the only crystal ball in which the general animation tends to be going onto the inside. This is electromagnetism, it's because it's oscillating between blue and yellow to represent the electric part and the magnetic part, even though they're both kind of the same thing. This is the strong force, because this is meant to be just quarks, you know, just like a general... This is the most random one, the most random, unorganized, just quarks, that's it. And then this is the weak force, because originally the previous animation has the weak force represented like this, which I feel like is, you know, two things, colors. Is it pointless? Yes. Do I regret spending an hour on this? Maybe. Was it a huge waste of time? Probably. But now I can claim to have done something.
interactions. So 4 fundamental interactions telling matter.
Yeah, a little asterisks in the corner right there, just because. Here's science communication, I absolutely love it. I'm actually glad, because in the future, whenever I'll be talking about these 4 fundamental interactions, I will probably be just reusing these materials. especially like this one. This is mathematically, this is such an elegant solution of those interactions. Yeah, they are really often also called fundamental forces, so maybe that might be a different name you might be more familiar with, but I feel like fundamental forces is... thinking there is a Higgs particle interaction. What? Wait, what? Is that... oh no. God particle, Jesus, that's... well, you know, Jesus, quite, because it's God, you get it, doesn't matter, funny, I'm funny, yeah. The point is there really a interaction, because I've never seen Higgs interaction, because... and that's pretty bad considering that I did the research, which means I just must have completely omitted me, which, well, that's not great. But yeah, it's not really a force. Yeah, that's actually the point I'm making in this scene, is that whilst they're technically most of the time called forces, as in fundamental forces, in my opinion, fundamental forces is an absolute horrible name. Mainly because, well, they're not really forces. Like, calling them... you know what? Make it from the video, take it away. That's it, I feel like that's much easier.
Actually, forces are kind of a horrible name, because a much better description would be the interactions. That's because when we think of forces, we think of pushing, or pulling, or affecting actively, like that. But these four are more like interactions. So, four fundamental interactions telling matter how to behave.
Yeah, that's my point. My point is that, you know, like gravity being the best example. Which is usually not including the forces description of the Higgs particle is the reason all this have mass equal. I do know this about Higgs particle. I know that it's like meant to be a reason for everything has mass. I have no idea why it's a reason. I'm saving that for a different live stream. I do just plan on making a full-on research live stream just about elementary particles in the future, because then I'll also make a video about elementary particles. Just add it to the list of videos to make. That list has like 50 entries at this point. But yeah. I don't quite understand the weak force, I'll be honest. I mean, I do understand it, it's just that I don't really understand the mechanics of it. Whilst electromagnetism, I spend a lot of time on this one. Whilst gravity, everyone's familiar with. Whilst the strong force is basically just quarks. Weak force is a bit more blurry to me. Yeah, I mean, weak force seems like just a strong force, except non-elementary stuff. Well, not quite. It does work in a completely different way. I actually just realized how how weird what I just said was. What I meant to say is that whilst gravity in electromagnetism, I'm pretty certain they don't have a limit on the range. The strong force has a limit on its range. And I was just, and in my brain, that was enough for me to say, yeah, it's basically like strong force. Okay, force become one force from high temperature. Yeah, the electroweak force, right? I've also seen that. Too complex. Didn't read anything from any articles because it's too much, you know? It's just too much. Physicists were just complicating stuff. All one force merges with another to become the third. It's complex. It's that simple. One of them is cables, the other one is planets, the other one is the magical futuristic reactors, and another one is irrelevant because it affects things so small that we can't even see them. Simple stuff. We're talking about God particle. I mean, that's quite a name. To be fair, if there was a particle that should be called God particle, then I feel like Higgs is the best candidate. Like, quarks are 2, so can't re-split them. Electron is the most influential. That's a hill I'm willing to die on. Electron is the most important particle, in my opinion. Simply because, whilst all the particles are more like the meat and potatoes of the universe, electron is the actual fork we use to eat them. So that's a hill I'm willing to die on. Electron is the most important particle. These are just for, well, the fundamental extractions moving stuff. So yeah, I mean Higgs is just... Am I down there because I wait strings? I haven't researched strings. Wait, what is actually Remco? What's the string theory about? If you could like summarize the entire theory into a single sentence, I'd really appreciate that, you know? You mind just really quickly summarizing all of the complexity of string theory into like a simple paragraph of text. That would really help me out. The most important particle. Fermion, no. I mean, you have plenty of fermions to choose from. A particle is a vibrating string, and distinction is due to the harmonics. Okay, but what is the string? Or is it one of these typical, yeah, electron is spinning, but it isn't spinning moments that physicists like to do so much? So is it like metaphorical? What's wrong? I'm having a stroke. I honestly, whoa, make it, wake up. Is it like a metaphorical string? I mean, of course there's a I'm sorry, everyone. Make It needs a little bit of a break because Make It is dying on stream right now. Metaphorical. What's wrong with him? Just metaphorical. Why am I trying to pronounce the T so weird? Metaphorical. It's simple. I'm sorry, I just had a little bit of a mental breakdown. A string would be an electron much smaller but elementary particle. Oh, I see. So a string is just like an elementary particle equivalent in the string theory, and in the string theory, different elementary particles is just different vibrations. That seems like quantum mechanics 2.0. So string theory is basically like a quantum mechanics, except if they were like, oh yeah, the quantum mechanics isn't quantum mechanical enough, and just threw in more waves and quantum mechanics was general relativity. Oh, that makes sense why it's a candidate for theory of everything, actually. But I do like the idea of the backstory behind string theory being like someone looking at quantum mechanics and thinking, what if we made the elementary particles even more elementary and just added more waves? 11 dimensional collapse, we can't observe them. I don't... That's actually the thing. If I was going to make a video about string theory, that would be definitely the topic for me to tackle. Because I did recently make a video of how dimensions aren't quite as complex as people think, but at the same time, there are ways to make dimensions more complex. How's the animation going? So I actually don't... I'm really curious about the 11 thing. I'm really curious why. It's such an oddly specific number, especially for dimensions. Remco, by the way, since you're a physics master, I think you said, I hope you won't mind just fact-checking me on every single claim I'm gonna make throughout this live stream and including the video, because I don't feel comfortable with my abilities to do physics. It's very comprehensible. Look at a stick from a distance. It appears like a line, so it loses dimension. An ant could walk on a stick, so it could disappear from our perspective. Okay, I'm really glad. I mean, I do understand dimensions pretty well. pretty... Oh my goodness, I did not mention geometry, I just realized. In the dimensions video, I did not talk about, like, the geometry. Oh. Ha. Okay, so... Oh, you just made me realize this was a pretty important video for me, because this is the 4th time, I think, I tried to get the same point across, and I just realized I did include matrices, but not... Okay, well, whoops. I watched it. Did you like it? I'm not kidding, by the way. This is the 4th time I'm tackling the same exact thing. Make it re-explaining. I should probably make like a video, just like a playlist of make it trying to explain them. Well, how more dimensions doesn't necessarily mean more complexity. It can just mean more numbers. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, this video was less... I mean, yeah, it is about physics, of course, but the motivation behind this video was mostly computer science. Because I've seen it happen so many times, how people were mentioning, like, doing things in X dimensions, and everyone was like, oh, that's so impressive, but in reality, no, it's not. No, it's not. Just using more dimension does not necessarily mean something has to be difficult. Things in, I don't know, 27 dimensions could be remarkably simple, and things in a single dimension could be incomprehensibly complex. The current video, is gravity a force into an originating gravity as a curve space-time relativity? Remco, I am so glad you asked! Oh, Remco. So, allow me to quickly run over the basic idea of the video. So, the basic idea, as I already mentioned, is, you know, is the question of are photons real and is energy real? And first I go over yes. So basically quickly explain photons as the carrier particle for the electromagnetic interaction, and energy as just capacity to do change. That's, you know, just quick introduction in the yes. In the maybe, I actually ask the question of what is gravity and introduce 3 different definitions. Classical mechanics, gravity as a force. I start with classical mechanics gravity as a force because it's the simplest. I end with relativity, and in the middle I chuck in the graviton. The quantum mechanical forgotten explanation for gravity, which everyone just omits. And the reason why is because kind of the whole idea of the maybe chapter is that I kind of ended the question, which one is correct, which one of these theories? To only then answer it that none of them are truly correct, because that's not the point of physics. The point of physics isn't to like create an objectively true description of the universe, because that's scientifically impossible, simply because of how probability works. In reality, we're just trying to make the most accurate model, which at the time right now is relativity. And then I kind of use it to explain how photons could be not real the same way as gravitons right now are considered to be not real, and relativity is preferred over gravitons. So that's the point of the video. You know, no chapter basically is about how photons don't have to exist simply because gravitons don't exist. So we can't actually measure... I'm explaining this so much more eloquently in here, but... Most current limited space advice Newtonian. Yeah, so it's the best, as far as I'm aware at least. String theory doesn't count either, because it's the 11 dimensions, too many dimensions, ridiculous. How am I supposed to count it? I can't even count to 11, big number. And then in the very end, you know, just me having an absolute acid trip and talking about like complete Vsauce of a video, just wondering if anything is real or if everything is made up, talking about apples and something. I know, I haven't even gotten that far. Speaking of, I should probably record the video.
These 3 theories all explaining gravity, so which one is correct?
Ah, how nice. We finished off on this chapter. Right? Which one was correct? Yeah. I'm excited for this video. So am I, and I hope I won't get anything wrong, because then my explanation for carrier particles is a bit subpar. I'll be honest. You know what? Actually, I would like to run this by you before, because my explanation for... I'm not exactly thrilled with my explanation of carry particles because I tried to simplify it and I'm really hoping. Oh yeah, and also the joke that my probably favorite bit when it comes to fundamental interactions, which each interaction has its own carry particle. Weak force has bosons, strong force has gluons, gravity has gravitons, and the electromagnetic has electron. Let me then correct myself, photons, because of course the carrier particle for the electromagnetic interaction couldn't possibly be electrons. That would be too simple. It has to be photons. It has to be a particle which has a completely different name from the interaction. But yeah, I basically explained it as when two electrons interact using electromagnetism, you can think of it as two electrons interacting by using a virtual photon. And then I just sidestepped the issue by saying that there is more to this story instead of actually explaining it. I don't want to explain carrier particles in this video. It's meant to be a light video. It's about physics. And I started with photons. Why am I like this? Carrier particles as in photons? Yes. Bosons, not bosons? Wait. ZW bosons. Yeah. ZW. I just mentioned bosons because I wanted this like a quick list to just read into a joke. 'Cause I'm funny. Anyway, speaking of recording a video, the phone is also a boss. Oh yeah, so I should be. Right here, I'm right here. I'm just gonna add in a W and Z, like in quotes. Quotes also bosses. Yeah, I'm just gonna add in the animation. It'll just be W and Z. I really don't want to rework this because I really like the joke of pretending like electron. I don't know. I'm just tied to the bit. Speaking of, how are the animations doing? Oh, we're down to 30 seconds or 20 seconds per frame. That's good. That's really good. Cool. It's picking up the pace. Oh my goodness. I'm such an idiot. Would you believe it? Right here, I forgot to keyframe the thing. I'm fine. I forgot to keyframe the animation. It's fine, make it. Everyone has bad days. And some people just set themselves up to fail. Cool. All of this time wasted. Well, not the best, I suppose. I wish electrons were photons, not gonna lie. I don't know. I am. The way I was introduced to electrons wasn't through physics, of course, because that would be insane. I don't think anyone should be introduced to electrons through physics. Just like to photons, best introduction is quantum mechanics, but no one should be introduced to electrons with physics. The best way to get introduced to electrons is with chemistry. Explaining how electrons behave using chemistry is just beautiful, simple, and graphically pleasing. So that's how I got introduced to electrons. I made a whole video about this. And that's why I'm a bit biased. Electrons might be my favorite elementary particle, simply because every single thing which we attribute to atoms, every single property, is actually a property of electrons. I have to go for the standard model. I'm sorry, standard model. Hardcore approach. What's the hardcore approach to the standard model? Hi, do you know any girl named Kanika? No, I don't think so. Okay, first of all, absolute killer graphic. I mean, as far as graphics go, it's not even an image. It's 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 beautiful, has links, is great. Mwah. As far as graphics go, sick. The picture. Yeah. Hold on. Delicious. Can you believe it? I've survived for, I think, a week without coffee? That's incredible. I mean, I was taking caffeine pills, but still. I'm not an addict. I can quit whenever I want. Wait, when's your usual stream time? I don't have one. I actually do not have one. But that's not as big of a negative as it seems, simply because I stream so goddamn often. That's what the addicts say. No, I'm not an addict. I can quit. I'm not in denial. I can quit whenever I want. I just don't want to. Listen, if I could switch caffeine for amphetamine, I would. I love amphetamine. I hate meth, but I love amphetamine. The only problem is that getting a prescription is annoying. It's a mild annoyance, and that's enough to actually stop me from doing it. I would need to, like... I'm not an addict. Make it so that these streams Friday. I'm not an addict! Listen, I could quit Checkups whenever I want, okay? I just do it for the lols. I'm just doing it as a joke, as a goof. I'm doing it ironically. Trust me. Oh, and the animation finish. I completely glossed over that fact. The animation I've been waiting for hours just. Finished rendering. That's cool. Alright, let's pop it in. Let's see. And yeah, can you imagine if like the animation ends up sucking and I have to remake the whole thing? Oh, please walk on this. I don't want to render it.
If you think about it, it is a bit odd. You're basically talking about one object.
Damn it, this is such a... No. Okay, so, yeah. This is, linear animation, which means the camera is going straight, like, it's bouncing back, which isn't great. It's pretty bad, in fact. It's not quite smooth.
You're basically talking about one object, and using gravity, for example, is affecting another object at a distance. So...
Okay, first of all, make it. What were you smoking when you wrote that script down? That's not...
odd. You're basically talking about one object, and using gravity, for example, is affecting another object. If you think about it, it is a bit odd. You're basically talking about one object, and using gravity, for example, is affecting another object at a distance. Happen? Well, if you think about it, it is a bit odd.
Let's take gravity, for example. Like, if you have one object, it's affecting another object at a distance.
So...
Okay, that seems more like English. A bit, at least. Actually, I can just copy this one.
It's a bit odd. Let's take gravity.
Alright, extremely awkward cut. Show it again. You mean the animation? Look at this.
For example, like if you have one object, it's affecting...
Well, okay, the bounces suck. I don't know why the camera animation is so linear.
One object is affecting another object at a distance.
But this is pretty good. This is actually exactly what I was hoping for.
At a distance. At a distance.
Yeah, no one actually cares about what I'm saying.
So, how is it affecting that object at a distance?
I didn't just got who wrote this script? I should fire them.
Well, in quantum mechanics, the answer is simple. The distance. So, another object at a distance. So,
how? Is it magic?
Well, in quantum mechanics, the...
Yeah, I feel like that's much better.
So, how? Is it magic? Well, in quantum... Well...
Can I Frankenstein this?
Well, in quantum mechanics...
No, I can't. Okay.
Makes the answer is simple.
Make it, I think you wrote it. Ah, no, you have no proof. I definitely didn't... Come on, what proof could you possibly have of me writing it? Don't be ridiculous. Caleb, it's not like there is, I don't know, a video or couple of videos of saves from a stream where I write the whole thing, all of it on stream, all at the same time talking about the script. I mean, come on, you don't have any proof.
At a distance. So, well, in quantum mechanics, the answer is simple. Another object at a distance. So,
How? I mean, how? Is it magic? Witchcraft? Sorcery? Well, in quantum mechanics, the answer is actually pretty simple. I feel like that's much better than whatever that intern wrote. Ridiculous. I'm gonna fire them.
how? I mean, how?
What is your next video idea? I have a couple. I have like 50 or something. Hold on, let me pull out the list. I'm mentally stable. I'm sorry, I'm just going through some stuff. So, those stuff are just the videos I have to make. I have, for this month alone, I have... No, wait, that's the wrong spreadsheet. That's the right spreadsheet, there we go. 7 videos. One of them I've actually been working on for the past half a year. There's a video I've been working on for half a year. Nigga, I love you. Thank you. I love myself too. I know I'm amazing. But yeah, there's one video I've been working on for the past half a year, which I should be able to release this month, maybe next month. Hopefully this month, because I want to be done with it. I'll be honest. It's go to my community page. You go down like this. Don't mind the votes. We had a lot of makers. The music fits. The music fits really well. Oh my goodness, that was the first time I was making acid. Right here, 3 months ago, I finished the first 10 minutes of that video. This video still isn't out. This is the first 10 minutes that I finished 3 months ago. Still not out, but it's gonna be soon. Oh, I'm fine. This is not a cry for help. This is a responsible adult doing responsible adult stuff. Don't worry, everyone. I'm fine. I should be working on that video some more. I can't work on it on stream, unfortunately, because I want to keep it a secret.
At a distance. So, how? I mean, how object is affecting it? Odd. Let's say gravity for it. But it is a bit...
Okay, we should probably move it back.
Well, if you think about it, it is a bit odd. Let's say gravity, for example. Like, if you have one...
Yeah, right here we're gonna just fade it to white. Dip to white. Just dip a little bit. Just dip. Like dipping your toes in. And then...
Like, if you have one...
Right here we're gonna make a completely new and fresh scene. Oh good, we're done with the balls. We're done with the balls of eternal imprisonment in the Renderland. And right here we're gonna have gravity balls, which is a reference to the show Gravity Falls. Hi the Krish, hi. The way we're bowling up. I'm always bowling up. I'm just always bowling. The way we're gonna do it is pretty simple. Actually not. You know what? I take that back. The way we're gonna do it will be complex. It'll be complex and difficult. And the reason why is because I want these balls to be white, but at the same time have the smidge of the gravity sprinkled on top. Which, you know, Boston's got... Oh, I thought you were asking me, because I don't know about that. Alright, material 1. could just code them. Answer my ideas and interpretation for a physics video. If you give me a topic. Okay. I do have one pretty big physics video. I don't know how long it would take me to even start working on it. So let me think of something that would be relatively close range. I have a list. Oh, well, I just have a list of videos. I can just pick it from the list. Oh, that's social. That's the one we'll cover now. That's mathematical. That's diff for later. That's computer science. That's the big video. That one I'll have to scrap. That one I already got scripted. That one is a bit different. Okay, the one I have, time to work on it. I mean, I do have one planned, and I'll probably start working on it. Right, just start. I don't have it. I don't have any animations. I don't have anything recorded. I don't even have a script. But it would be a video about physics, where we would start with simple classical mechanics. Then we'd move on to. From that, I was planning to move on to thermodynamics. Then from thermodynamics, move on to quantum mechanics. Then move on to relativity. Then move on to string theory. And this sort of progression, where it would be basically a video explaining how physics actually becomes difficult. So you know the difference. So starting with something extremely simple, like my favorite, my beloved E equals s squared divided by t squared. In thermodynamics, doing the same exact thing except generalizing it for basically statistical physics. Right here, generalizing it for statistics. Right here, doing everything with probability. Right here, just relativity. That's it. No need. Classical thermo to quantum mechanics to general relativity to string. Yes, precisely. The thing is, whilst I do feel strong about classical mechanics, thermodynamics, and quantum mechanics, general relativity, I don't know much math when it comes to general relativity, and I don't know anything about string theory, so don't forget to add yourself in the video. Your aura boosts the views. That is factually incorrect, Krish. That is just factually incorrect. Hold on. Allow me to highlight of my 8 most recent videos which ones did not have me in them. Now allow me to highlight which ones did have me in them. So that's factually incorrect. Now, oh yeah, when it comes to these, gravity is more bluish, desaturated, there we go. Now, could increase the roughness. Oh, I do like this a lot. Subsurface increase. Oh, hell yeah.